Jets Ward.
Jets, Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I got a fun one for you guys in this video. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you here in the Jets Ward, no matter what. Whether you're a Jets fan or a fan of another team or just a casual NFL fan, you're always welcome here. And that goes for the people that are new here as well. I thank you for finding this channel. I hope you enjoy the content. But if you are new here, like I just said, whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. This is a safe space for you. Now, like I said, guys, we're going to have a fun time tonight. Week 1 is upon us. The Jets versus the Steelers at home in MetLife at 1 o'clock coming up this Sunday. I'm really, really excited. I know a lot of Jets fans are. I know NFL fans are just excited that it is back. Regular season games. We're excited to see how our teams are going to do. We have a lot of confidence in the air, no matter what team you root for. We are hopeful that our teams can be very good. But going into this week, there are some moves that I think the Jets need to make before week 1. I think we still have a little bit of a couple of weaknesses. I like our defense, but I still think we can make some changes on the defense. And I like our offense, but I think there's some things we need to add. So I'm going to go over 3 moves that I think the Jets need to make before week 1 kickoff against the Steelers. Now, the first one, as you guys know, safety Jabril Peppers was cut by the New England Patriots, and he is still on the open market. Now, I see Jabril Peppers. He's been one of the better players for the Patriots the past couple of years, and he was looked at as being their starting safety. But Jabril Peppers is a really unique player. He's not afraid to get down and tackle people. He's physical. He's tough. He can cover. He's got decent speed, but he's built stockier. And one of the things that I think the Jets need to do is sign him, not just to play safety, because I think maybe our safeties are pretty good, but to play weak side linebacker, just like how the Raiders are going to utilize Jamal Adams when they signed him. He's marked down as a linebacker. I think Jabril Peppers would be perfect for that weak side linebacker. And I know we got McCrary Ball, who's penciled in as our starting weak side linebacker. He's also our special teams captain. But I think Jabril Peppers just adds more oomph to that defense. And I understand it's not a likely move that's going to be made, but I've seen him linked to the Jets the past couple of days. I think he'd really fit this defense. I think he'd definitely be an AG type of player. And I just think he'd bring more oomph and more aggressiveness to this defense. And if you needed him to jump back to safety, because in case you'd use one of your safeties as trade bait, maybe a couple of them, Tony Adams maybe, he could play safety. But I can see him definitely being a solid weak side linebacker as well. He's tough. He's gritty. He's not afraid to tackle people. Physical as heck. I think he's just a smart player too. And even came out on X and said that he can play in any type of defense because he's been around the league for so long. I think the Jets need to sign Jabril Peppers to play that weak side linebacker role. Now, you guys might disagree, but I think he'd be perfect for this New York Jets defense. Going into the next one, I have the Jets. They need to sign another edge rusher. I understand Jermaine Johnson is back. He's healthy, but he's coming off a very serious injury. And I think signing one more edge rusher to a 1-year deal could be very beneficial, especially if you want to help Jermaine Johnson ease back into this. We have Will McDonald on the other end. That is solid. We have Michael Clemens out there. We have all these good, solid pieces out there. Give Jermaine some help. I think signing Zadarius Smith would be the best one. He's played in Aaron Glenn's defense before, had success in their defense last year for Detroit. So I think he'd be a perfect fit. Now, he might want to go to a team that has a real big chance of winning a Super Bowl, like the Chiefs or maybe the Bengals or someone like that. But I think the Jets would be a very, very good fit for him. If we can't get him, Jadeveon Clowney, I think, would be a solid fit as well. The Jets have been linked to him for the past couple of years now. I think Jadeveon Clowney would be a perfect fit. He's aggressive, solid in the run game, has some pass rush ability, but that's never materialized for him. He's a solid run defender, though, and somebody who I think would benefit this defensive line and give Jermaine a little bit of a break. if we don't go for either of them, there's another guy out there, Preston Smith, who I think could be a solid D end for us for a season. Played for Pittsburgh last year and didn't do bad. He can bump inside. He can bump out. He has a lot of utility, just like a JFM player was for us years ago, John Franklin Myers. I think he could be solid, and I don't think he'd cost you that much. He's older. He's 31 years old, so he's on the older side. I don't think he's going to cost you that much. And lastly, this one's very unlikely. I know Christian Wilkins is a defensive tackle, but I think he has the athletic ability to bump out to the end as well and be that quick pass rusher out there. I think he's strong. I think he's good in pass rush abilities, can get better on the edge at running. I know he's a defensive tackle. I know there's been issues going around with him, but coming off a serious injury, I think it's a high reward, low risk type of move. If he doesn't work out, you'll sign him to a 1-year deal. He's gone next year. He can bump inside and out just like a Preston Smith. Very unlikely. I think more of a Za'Darius Smith or a Jadeveon Clowney would be the way that we go. But these 4 options, and there could be more, I think they'd be very good on this defense. We want aggressiveness. We want people who are physical out there, people who are smart. I think these players could fit this defense very, very well. I put Christian Wilkins on there. He's very unlikely because of our defensive line already at defensive tackle. But I think he'd have success bumping out to D end, just like a Sheldon Richardson years ago had success with the Jets defense, bumping out as an edge. Okay? So that's the second move. And I think the third move, I think you guys all know what it's going to be. I've been very, very vocal about this position on the Jets. The Jets, I think, need to desperately trade for a number 2 wide receiver. Now, the biggest guys on here that I would say, Jakobi Meyers has been linked to the Jets a lot. Alex Pierce has been linked to the Jets. And then there's 3 receivers that I think could be on the market if you pried around, if you did your due diligence. Now, Jakobi Meyers, I think, would be the perfect fit. He's a great route runner, great hands. He's not the fastest guy, but he's a willing blocker, has decent speed, and could just be in any type of offense. He is a solid, solid receiver. And I think he'd complement Garrett Wilson, Mason Taylor, and now Jelani Woods very, very well. And I think he'd help out Josh Reynolds as well, and maybe help coach up Arian Smith. I think Jakobi Meyers would be a fantastic trade for the New York Jets. Then we have Alex Pierce, who's also a young receiver, bigger guy, solid speed, has been somebody the Colts relied on last year, and deep when they needed someone, they relied on him. I think he'd be a perfect fit for this New York Jets offense as well, and be a bigger bodied receiver that we desperately need. I know that's supposed to be Allen Lazard and Josh Reynolds, but I think Pierce just fits this offense a lot better. Then these 3 guys that I'm going to talk about next, very unlikely, but you never know what could happen. The NFL can shock people. On the bottom right under Alex Pierce, I have Jahan Dotson. And there's been rumors that the Eagles are not willing to move him. Fans don't want him gone either. But the Eagles have added so many receivers to this room and young talent. They traded for John Mechie earlier this offseason or recently. So Jahan Dotson could be available, in my opinion. They have a loaded receiver room. If A.J. Brown is fully healthy, they got Dante Smith, they got Mechie now, they have Jahan Dotson, they have all these young players that they're signing as well. Maybe he'd be able to pry loose and wiggle away from them. You never know. Then I have this next guy on here, Vikings, Jordan Addison. I know he's suspended for the first 3 games, but the Vikings just traded for Adam Thielen. So they weren't really happy with their receiver room. I think they like Naylor a lot. Justin Jefferson is hurt at this point, so week 1 status is questionable. So Adam Thielen might be the number 1 receiver there and going with Naylor. Jordan Addison, as we know, is suspended for the first 3 games. But the Vikings wide receiver room can be pretty loaded as well. Maybe Jordan Addison could pry loose. Maybe with the suspension, maybe the Vikings aren't very happy with him. He could be somebody that you could pry loose, and he would be a fantastic option as well. Good speed, great hands, very high-end, low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2, in my opinion. He has got a great ability. It probably cost a lot to go get him, but I think he'd be a perfect fit with this New York Jets offense as well. And then I got this one who I don't think would cost you very much, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's a physical guy. He's not the quickest guy, but I think he's a very good complementary piece. Solid number 2 receiver. He was dinged up last year for the Chiefs. But honestly, I think he could be a good fit. He's a good blocker. He's a physical guy. He's not afraid to pop you. And I think he could just fit this offense very, very good and be a good complement as a wide receiver too. But those are the moves that I have for you guys. Those are 3 big moves that I think the Jets need to make before week 1 kicks off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any moves that you think I missed that you hope the Jets make, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how excited you are for week 1 as well, whether you're a Jets fan or not. I'm excited for this week. Football is back, guys. Starting off on Thursday, another game Friday, and then getting to football Sunday. It is back, guys. I'm so pumped. I hope you guys are as well. Make sure if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and hit that bell for any time that I update or post videos. It really helps the channel out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining me in the JETS Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.